assaulting and molesting and all of that, right? I didn't know about that. That shows that SPU does not shed a light on such situations, which is wrong. Personally, I don't think you should hide away the fact that people are busy asking out for help. Now you're causing a lot, like statistically, institutions that don't help students cause students to actually take their own lives. But when I saw that video, I felt disappointed in the positions of SPU, how they handled it, how unprepared they were. Being so clueless on the whole situation is disappointing. As an SPU student, I'm very disappointed in this whole matter.
Can we say we are protected? Are we safe? Can we even reach out to these people about situations like this? Who would say if I had to be a victim, my story would not just be tossed aside as well? Don't disappoint us. Show us that you care and that you actually want to make this country a better country by doing what you're supposed to do and not doing anything in favoritism or because I know this person, but because it's the right thing to do.
Yeah.
What is up, lovers?
It's your girl Sanse Phemi.
It's your girl Ms. Fisher.
And welcome back
to another Love Lounge episode.
And as you can see, one of our colleagues is not here, of course. So Renee, of course. And that's because, students need to go home and everything. So please excuse her. We'll be taking over the show. So, by the looks of the title, we're going to be talking about something very, very serious that happened here in SPU. Not directly in SPU, of course. Something that happened in the parliament. And it is the portfolio committee, right? It's like a sort of hearing on SPU or investigation, if you may say. So, the first thing that we're going to focus on is the NSFAS situation. What is your intake on this?
Actually, I don't know what to say because it's wow. I feel like this is a huge shock to all the students.
Yeah.
To be wow.
It is a lot. And wait, before we actually continue the whole conversation, before they come to us and sue us, I'd like to state Section 16 of the Rights Book, right? We have the freedom to speak, right, on this matter. So please do not sue us. This is just how our opinions on this whole situation. It's a public matter. It has been live streamed and allow us to do this. As we continue for the NSFAS situation, well, I feel like the SPU was not really what you may say prepared for this thing. They said that a student took her own life because of something that happened due to NSFAS, but specifically the GBV situation, right? And not a lot has been focused on when it comes to GBV and especially that whole situation in NSFAS. Now, could you just put some light on the situation? What do you think with the whole former president that allegedly assaulted one of our students or colleagues here in SPU? What do you think?
Such situations, it's very difficult to talk about because people always say we need to listen to both sides of the story and stuff like that. And obviously because he is a part of the school, people won't actually really believe the victim because we'll just be no, he's just trying to get attention, and then the situation or the matter is actually being tossed aside, and then it leaves the girl, the student, whoever she may be, with no voice to be heard. She'll even be afraid to go out, talk to someone, because now it's they will not listen to me because I do not have that much people to back me up the way he would have a lot of the staff members backing him up. So just like you said, then there's no light being pointed to the issue of GBV, whereby most female voices getting hurt because they're always being silenced by like bigger authorities that's above it, and just because like you like at the lower level, people don't pay much attention to you because they can bribe someone to even like, say, just cover up that story.
Yeah, talking about that whole situation, hey, they also did a little bit of an investigation inside of the SPU situation, with the whole position and him getting a higher position in the registrar office. I feel like that's kind of unfair because now it's going to demotivate those who actually wanted the position or applying for that position after they found these rumors based off of, he's literally a sort of not sort of, he's a criminal, right? Let me just say allegedly. He's allegedly a criminal. The case is still continuing. They haven't finalized who is going to win the case. So what I'm trying to say is it's probably going to cause the people who applied for the position to feel demotivated and discouraged to even apply for more positions in SPU.
And it's not, sorry to disturb you, but like it's not even about that. It's about the fact that the case was not closed. Like it was not finalized, and here you come and you just like appoint someone as a president. So what about all the other females that's in that particular sector where he's at? How are they supposed to feel? Because now it's like you're giving like a rapist like permission. I'm not saying he is
Allegedly, guys.
Yes.
Allegedly. Okay.
Like saying to other people, you know what, it's fine. You can rape someone. You can make a woman feel uncomfortable.
Yeah.
They will not do anything about it. They will just toss it aside and you will still get rewarded. Meanwhile, the victim, it's like it never even happened, and that's like so wrong because like, are females even protected? Can we say we are protected? Are we safe? Can we even reach out to these people about situations like this? Who would say if I had to be a victim, my story would not just be tossed aside as well and overlooked? Because now another female comes in, he does the same thing if he is to another female, and then what?
Yeah, and talking about that, the whole women's safety in the workspace and everything, when let me just say, for it to get there, Miss Karabelerato Kakao, right? I respect that woman so much. I wish she is part of the ANC parliament because she stood her ground when they were talking about this. But when she stated that they did a little bit of an investigation, even Dr. Christian, I'm not sure if it's Christian or not, but along those lines, they were saying that they did an investigation on how he even got the position. And apparently there's no posts, there was no documentation, there was no, hey, we're offering a job, come here. So hence why I'm saying it's going to demotivate the people and also the women's safety. Like, we know, like, everyone knows, especially in Kimberley, everyone knows about this case. So yeah, women's safety is and it seems it shows a bad reputation for SPU. Okay, it seems like SPU is supporting an assaulter rather than supporting a victim.
Because I mean, it's so clear, because why would you suspend someone for a year that did something wrong, and then at the end come back and reward them? It's like, so we're gonna make you the president so that it does not look like you this bad person just because you have...
Correcting, he wasn't really put as a president, the position. He was put as an assistant for the registrar at the office. So I just wanted to put you there. Yeah, but yeah, continue.
The point is, they rewarded him, saying that we're going to appoint you this position, and then we're going to tell the public, from my perspective, we're going to tell the public, no, you got this because of your characteristics, because of what you can do, your talents and stuff, just to cover up what he did. So when they come for them to be like, how could you do this? They can say, just brightly say, no, it's not because of that, but it's because of 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. That's just covering up.
Exactly, which it has been debunked by Dr. Christian. She also stated that even if They've seen a numerous amount. This is crazy. I didn't even know about this. Okay, I didn't know there was a lot of cases based on assault. There we go, assaulting and molesting and all of that. Right? I didn't know about that. That shows that SPU does not shed a light on such situations, which is wrong. Personally, I don't think you should hide away the fact that people are busy asking out for help. Now you're causing a lot. Like statistically, institutions that don't help students cause students to actually take their own lives. We can make an example in the Nelson Mandela University.
Yeah.
It was also stated by, I'm not sure if it was the chairperson or it was Mr. Le Tsukolo, who stated that a lot of students are being raped, they're taking their own lives because of such matters, institutions not helping students.
And I also feel like it's the fact that students are expected to be in the same classrooms, environments, area with the person, and that can just like bring anxiety, anxiousness to be like, I'm not safe.
Yeah.
What if he does it again?
Trauma, yeah.
Because how can you put the person on bail? Imagine how that girl was supposed to feel. She felt unsafe. The fear that came upon her, those voices, those thoughts, and probably maybe we don't know, went to her and like threatened her or whatever. Because you're the one who put me in jail. You will see what I'll do to you. Like.
And you know why I'm smiling? I'm not supposed to, but I'm smiling because I saw what happened in that whole thing. They brought up a literal, the lady brought up proof that the victim did write a letter or sent an email to the institution to be like, hey, I need help. Like, please remove the assaulter away from my distance. And apparently they just brushed it off. They literally just brushed it off. And bro, it's crazy. It's crazy.
How does that make you feel, like as a female at the university? Let's say something has to happen to you. Would you feel safe to go and speak about your problem?
Not at all. For help? I mean, people of power are supposed to help those who do not have power at all, especially when they are helpless, okay? So if I were to be, and God forbid, if I were to be placed in a situation like that, I wouldn't know who to go to. I would not trust the institution at all.
Yeah.
You can take my word for it, but when I saw that video, I felt disappointed in the positions of SPU, how they handled it, how unprepared they were when they were talking about, especially, okay, this is my views. When people say, and I don't want to make it a female thing, when a lot of people want to side with men, and no offense to everyone, to the men out there are some good men out there, just want to put it out there, but I don't like the fact that a lot of women side with some men when they say that women should not be placed into a position of power. Hence why, and I know this is not related to SPU or whatever, but I want to also insert it. Don't come to me, the Republicans of another country that I'm about to state, Americans. What's her name? The lady who wanted to become the next president. I forgot her name. Okay, but the lady that wanted to be the next president, they could not vote for her because she was a woman. And apparently that lady had some views on not supporting some women. There's a lot of women in power who actually, not power, but in the
high positions,
circle with men in political parties and whatever, they tend to try to please men so that they can be placed in those powers without thinking of the empathic type of views of like, okay, I'm doing this, like you said, to help my people, to help my children, to help this. So it's sad. She kind of is proving the men out there, which I don't want to say this. This might create a hassle in the comments, but do comment. I don't mind. I do appreciate it. I don't like the idea of you can't, as a woman, you can't want to be in a political power where there's a lot of men. It's dominated by men. Mind you, back then in the apartheid era, there was a lot of men in political power. Not a lot of women were recognized as a leader. Bonabo, Winnie Mandela and all of that. So she being the next vice chancellor and being so clueless on the whole situation is disappointing. As an SPU student, I'm very disappointed in this whole matter. But what do you think? I can't be the only one talking about this. What do you think?
Actually, I don't know. I just feel like the moment we reach like a higher level, especially when it comes to politics or wherever, you get to like peer pressure.
Yeah.
You know, they start to brainwash you to be like, no, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. That's why I feel like if you like get yourself in that higher position where you need to defend people, where you need to look out for others, you know, you need to come up with a vision, with a purpose. So even when people try to brainwash you or whatever the situation may be, you're able to stand on your goal, you know. Obviously, there are a lot of women are not gonna just defend women, you know, they're gonna be on the side of men. So we can't do much about that, but I just believe that just have to pray for like someone that will be able to stand up, especially for females, you know, and male of course. But what's happening currently now with like GBV and like how women are dying and not much being paid attention to it, we really need like brave females that will stand up and be like, no, I am in a higher position. I will help those that do not have the power to fight for themselves. And if the men toss the cases sideways, I will fight for them, you know, because I myself am a woman. Like putting yourself in a situation, if I was not in power, if I was not in this position that I am in now and that happened to me, I would want someone to help me, to reach out for me, you know. I feel like we shouldn't just try to change the world once we have been in a situation, once we've been the victim, you know. But even before you are in that situation, you should already be like, I could be, you know, because guys, life just turns around in a split second. Anything can happen. Even if you're in a higher power, one of your staff members can be doing that to you. We never know. So I feel like as women out there, no matter what you think about men or what you think about female, or because like even in like academics, you know, you have your lectures there that's basically telling you, if you don't do this, I will not allow you to pass, I will not allow you to do that. So you can't come and tell us it's the way you dress, it's the way you, I can be wearing a baggy pants with a baggy hoodie and then still I have men coming up to me telling me 1, 2, 3. So before we like go ahead, judge people, tell people no, it's because of, I mean, look at the case, the other university student, I think at University of Rhodes, I'm not sure, but like she went on a date with the guy and like she didn't come back.
Oh, that's in Bloemfontein, University of Free State. That's what happened.
You see, she didn't come back because she was murdered by a bunch of men, which she thought that she could trust, you know. And then people are out just saying, but how can you go out on a date with a stranger? How can you, I mean, how did your parents meet each other? They were strangers. You know, so I feel like this is women going out there saying these things, you know.
Imagine.
And that's not us standing together. That's us like literally breaking each other down, you know, because at the end of the day, you as a woman, even if you were a victim, this is one of the reasons why you're so scared to like come out, because of what other women say. They bring us down instead of like lifting you up and be like, no, I'm gonna back you up, you know. So
ish, don't come for me, but I call these type of women male centered, you know, females. Females that are only focused on impressing males. And
I prefer saying is that the reason why they behave this way is because it has never happened to them. So it's easier for them to say such things.
Okay, you have a point. You actually 100% have a point. But that's being arrogant. Ignorant and also arrogant. Because now it's as if you are turning a blind, you know, eye towards the situation that could literally happen to your sister. that could literally happen to your daughter, so a female in your life. So and why I say it's kind of male centered, it's like they want to impress the males to get their attention.
That's so sorry, but like that's so stupid.
I know.
Like, seriously, guys.
Trust me. I know. There's a lot of cases where women who, exactly how you just explained it, a lot of these women, they do it for a male. And it's crazy. I know. I also call it stupid, because why would you do that? Why would you act like that just to impress a male? You get what I mean? But it's society, man. It's definitely messed up. What I also want to take on, right? With the whole president, and I mean our president, not president, the SRC president, right? Apparently, okay, let me say allegedly, they excluded the victim instead of excluding the president. What is your view on that? Do you think it's unfair, or do you think they did that for a reason?
I think they did that for a reason, and it's also unfair because it's like favoritism. I know you.
That's a violation. If SPU, not like any university, any institution should not have favoritism like that when it comes to literal situations such as assault, such as offending and stuff like that, racism. You're not supposed to side. You're supposed to do a proper investigation of both parties who got involved in this situation, and then come to a middle ground with someone who's logically smart, because you can't do this with emotions all the time, right? So you need to have proper investigation with that, and there shouldn't be favoritism. Hence why I feel like, and SPU, don't take me for this, but when you have to lie, please lie a proper way. Don't even lie in a political party. Don't lie in a political party, because... And please come prepared. So when you come to a political party, you must do research of past situations in your institution. You have to. And mind you, I'm not a law student. So you can correct me if I'm wrong. I'm open for corrections and stuff like that. But when you come to a political party, to a parliament, right? A parliament, you must be prepared for both sides, because they're going to ask you questions where they literally did investigation. Look at Ms. What's her name? Christian. She did proper investigation to the point where she printed out WhatsApp chats. I don't know if it's WhatsApp chats or whatever, but she printed out chats between the victim and, like I said previously in the video, the victim and the institution. Do not come to the parliament not prepared. This is like a debate, bro. This is literally like a debate. You have to win the debate in order to make sure that your institution looks nice, looks clean, looks proper, so that you can bring more students into
I think that it wasn't a thing of they're gonna dig up to the past that deep, They were probably just nah, I'm just gonna touch.
The chairperson said, make sure that your presentation should align, should be at least correct, because 95 or 99% of the time they will ask you questions that are based on investigations, and they will know if you're wrong because they did their investigation. They dug up from previous. Look at the vice chancellor. She did not know about this. Look at the registrar. I think he's been in the university. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
He's been in the university. But when the chairperson told him about the GBV Act, that was how the law of SPU for GBV,
the
policy. He did not know. Honestly speaking. So you have to be prepared when it comes to parliament. You must be sure, okay, this is probably what they're going to ask. We need to know how to do. Because if you're not prepared, you will be sketchy. You will be seen as, suspicious. They're hiding something. And they're hiding something good. There's something good that they're hiding. So yeah, what's your input? Do you think they're supposed to be more prepared in this whole situation? Your views.
I don't know, because probably for them they were like more prepared. They like did the background checks and stuff. Probably
Okay.
to them,
Yeah.
you know, and maybe we don't have a lot of say in how prepared they were or how they should prepare themselves, because we don't know what preparations were being taken, you know, and we still students, you know, as we think we know, but sometimes we don't know. So I don't have a lot to say about that, because maybe they were prepared. It's just some of the questions and the way things were addressed, they were not prepared for the way, you know, they were gonna be addressed. They probably thought that, no, we have this all under control and stuff like that, and then the chairperson comes with background research, everything backing up, you know, questioning each and every detail. Why did this not go according to this? Why did this not go according to that? You know. But what do you think? Do you think that like now, I heard next week there will be another
committee
happening?
meeting?
Do you think that
they're gonna be prepared?
They're gonna be prepared.
Hey. Yeah, SPU, my SPU. I think if they can learn from this committee meeting that they had, if they can learn from their mistakes and actually now do research, like everyone that attended, I'm proud of the SRC members. They seemed like they did their research. They actually, you know, provided input, especially the part where there's students, especially in NSFAS, where students don't have like funding, and how they did their thorough research, and I'm proud of them for that. I wish the adults, let me just say the adults, but the higher people, of course, just learn from your mistakes and do your research. And I'm not saying this out of arrogance or disrespect or whatever. Your students are literally looking up for you, like up to you. You know, we expect for you to fight for our institution, our rights as students here in your institution. And you coming to the parliament looking unprepared is unfair. It's unfair. It's wrong. It's, you know, inhumane in a way, because now, you know, so to please learn from your mistakes.
I don't feel like they were unprepared.
They were.
They were not.
Do you think they weren't?
I just felt like things that needed to come out. You know, when they say, what, everything that happens in the dark always comes out in the light.
That's being unprepared, my sister.
No, but like at the end of the day, if you know that like, okay, I did the right thing here by handling this case the way it was supposed to. So like, even if you had to like go and they had to question, you were going to back up. No, I did this because of this. I did this because of this, because I felt like 1, 2, 3, you know.
Thing.
But they didn't do anything. They just kept quiet, as if they were like, nah, they were never going to find out about this. So we're just going to shh.
So you mean like they were prepared. It's just that, okay, I would say they got nervous. They got a little bit nervous because you saw a bit of like the registrar. He was busy laughing. He was like, I'm sorry, registrar. I wasn't being mean. I know how it feels. I also laugh when I'm nervous. So I'm thinking, maybe, are you trying to say they were prepared, but they couldn't they felt intimidated in a way? Do you think so? Do you think they felt intimidated and they couldn't really speak up on that matter? Do you think that?
I feel like if you did the right thing at first, no matter how many times you are under pressure or who tries to pressurize you or whatever, you will stick to your ground. You will say, I did this because of this, because of 1, 2, 3. Not when they confront you, now you are quiet. Now you're like, no, but I don't have that information as yet and all of that. You know, it's like, no, that means that you overlooked something. You didn't do what you were supposed to do that was set in the policy. You know, that's just what I feel like. Yeah. You know.
But yeah, like you said, I feel like it's unprepared. I feel like you're being unprepared. Hey, comment in the comment section whether you feel, you know, they were prepared or you feel they were not prepared. We'd like to see that debate in the comment section, and do tell us everything, okay?
Yeah.
But yeah.
How do you also feel about the fact that students receive late funding.
Ooh, yeah, talking about late funding. Apparently, the DG hasn't been attending the meetings ever since the 19th of September. Allegedly. I don't know if it's true, but it's fine. Yeah, because of that, it kind of held, like, it halted the whole process for NSFAS to continue funding students. Hence why a lot of students haven't been funded probably this year, and might also, like, stop the funding also next year until that whole investigation and situation can be improved. They also stated that there's some corruption in NSFAS. Allegedly, there is some corruption in NSFAS. How I feel about it, I feel like it's unfair. I wish maybe you had like a second way of, holding the investigation, and there should be a backup. There should be a backup, because a lot of students are stressing when they're gonna pay for the accommodations. Where are they gonna get? Mind you, they rely on NSFAS. They rely
to buy on toiletries, groceries,
especially
sending money home.
Exactly. Students who come from rural areas don't really have money to continue. So they rely on NSFAS. So I feel like as a business, because I feel like NSFAS is a business. It's not really like a non-profit thingy organization. You guys should have a backup. You guys, as a committee and whatever you can call it, you guys must have a backup on, okay, if there's a little bit of corruption, we know how we're gonna handle it, because it's not something new. We've been having corruption even early back in those days, So there should have been a second option where they could control the whole situation, or appoint another leader to that whole, if they have leaders in that, hierarchy. They should have a backup so that students won't have to stress, so that statistics don't rise, and the suicide situation, okay, you can bleep that out, but students taking their lives do not rise like that. So, yeah.
Because, being a student that's like not funded, the pressure that's on you, and you are expected to focus on your studies. If you fail, then people are like, you're not studying, but they're not looking at the course of why you cannot study. There are so many students that post on the group, guys, can you please just borrow me 100 rand? I haven't eaten for 2 days, 3 days. And it got so bad to a point whereby we don't know who to trust, because they can be scammers, but they can be real as well. So even as students, we cannot help them. So I feel like and it's like they can't be doing such things knowing very well that we applied because we don't have money. So you having a delay in funds and stuff like that, just imagine the effect it has like on students, and especially like a first year, for example, you don't have friends, you don't know who to trust, who to count on, where can I borrow money, you can't call home.
It's literally,
because home is depending on you to send money back.
First experience, literally.
There's like kind of results, like, I don't want to go there, but like in students, like females selling their bodies just to make money, and then at the end of the day they are also being given a bad reputation. But these are the small things that lead up to such decisions being made.
Mind you, I don't judge women who sell their bodies, because I understand. I 100% understand. Life is hard. Okay, yes, I wish maybe you could have found something else, to send money back home and continue studying and pay and whatever. But South Africa is a very corrupt country, and a lot of students are, of course, selling their bodies, sometimes to lecturers, and it's
for marks.
For marks, it's a lot. Okay, and I want to tell you, dude, there's a different way, bro, and tell your parents. You can't You can't be quiet. Your mental health is gonna deplete, bro.
Okay,
don't do that.
to a person watching this that has been a victim of that or part of that,
Yeah.
and you're telling them they can't keep quiet, how can you reassure them that they will be hurt, especially because like what's been happening
Yeah.
recently, what we found out?
That's
What
the
if they were
thing.
one of the people that like reached out to the university and one of the cases also got tossed aside? Now you are telling to come, like,
That's
what do
the
you have to say
thing.
about that?
Yo, that's the thing. You'll never know if you don't try. You will never know if you don't try. A miracle could happen. A miracle could literally happen. I believe in God, bro. And I don't believe in coincidences, you know. I believe that if you try, something will happen. Something will come to light, you know. God will listen to your prayers. You know, you will be heard. And yes, there are some situations where some people don't get heard. But don't give up. Keep trying. Like keep on communicating. If it's not that person, that person. If it's like, keep on trying. I know it's discouraging. It's very discouraging, especially this whole case. It is, but you gotta speak up. You have to, because if you don't, you'll never know. Honestly speaking. So, since we're coming,
to all the females out there, if you're going through something, choose like trustworthy friends to share, and make sure that those friends will not just be like, mention I'm sorry. No, but actually the friends that encourages you, like, this is wrong, we can't allow whoever to get away with this. And women, stop judging. Like, instead of judging, actually support one another, because it can be you, it can be your sister. These days 5-year-olds, 60-year-olds, they get raped. Like, your age doesn't matter anymore. It could be you as well. And you would want to receive the support that this person needs at the moment. So if you know of anyone, do support them, do help them, reach out to someone so that the situation can be addressed. And I also feel like, guys, there's no ways that someone can rape you and get bail. Not even get bail, but like just for that person to go off lightly. Because at the end of the day, I feel like my voice, like even if I try to speak up, you know, they just like numbing the pain, but like not actually doing anything about it. So also to people in high power, please, you guys are in high power because we trusted you guys to bring a change to this nation, to actually allow our voices to be heard. You know, don't disappoint us. Show us that you care and that you actually, like, you know, want to like make this country a better country by doing what you're supposed to do, and like not doing anything in favoritism or because I know this person, but because it's the right thing to do. That's all I have to say.
Well, since we have reached to the end of the show, we would like to also state that since there'll be a part 2, just gotta tell you that we still have to put our input on the next meeting that's going to be held next week. And we also want to tell you something very, very nice,
very
guys.
Exciting.
We got recognized again. We got recognized. We got our trophy. We got a award.
We got an award.
We got a certificate. And we're probably going to show it in the next episode, of course. It's not here, right here, but
you'll see it.
Just like the silver button that's also going to be here, we're also going to have it here, guys.
This was the manifestation of the trophy that we have received.
Exactly. So, guys,
and just like, thank you for your support, for liking, subscribing, sharing, commenting. We were not going to be here. We were not going to have the certificate, the trophy that we have, if it was not for your support. So proudly, like, I'm gonna say this, I'm so proud to be a part of this. Because, like, you know, I met family, I met sisters, I met brothers. So if you want to be a part of this family, You better tell your friends to tell their friends to tell their friends.
Let's go, the whole world.
Subscribe.
Come on.
You know, to more awards, more trophies.
Share
what, because we cannot do this without you guys.
And also, please check our Instagram pages, because we have a new official Instagram page where we post most of the clips and some clips that you guys don't even know about. So yay, a little bit interesting here and there. So it's on Instagram and TikTok, which is, you just have to type in Tawana Campus Podcast or Campus Podcast, and we'll pop up there, because there's a video that's actually trending of ours on TikTok. Surprise, surprise. Even our teams don't even know about this. So surprise, surprise. We're trending. So yeah, do support this little club that we have, that we are growing to become a worldwide, phenomenon.
We're not just doing this so we can talk, but like for the students' voices to be heard. Can be anything, literally. Nothing is too big or too small. Exactly. We are here to allow you guys, to make you guys feel comfortable, safe, and like, we can go there. We can even interview you guys. Yeah. Like
street interviews. I'll be there. Get ready. I'll be there.
You feel like they're not talking about this and I want them to know about this. Hit us up, you know. And to those that are a part of
the family,
the family, those that are victims, those that are, do reach out. Please do. Reach out to the university, but like if you guys don't trust them anymore, reach out to someone trustworthy so that your story can be heard. Exactly. Because remember, if you keep quiet, we will never know. And if you don't know, we will not able to do anything about that, Even if it means like finding us in the street, where even be like, hey, yo, I have a story to tell. I wanna come clean. We won't judge. We will be there to help and assist you, But don't keep quiet. Don't be silent. Ask God to give you that strength to go out there and be able to tell your story, because your story can heal another person, or your story can make another person come clean.
Exactly.
So you can be that inspiration that person needs.
And now that we're coming to an end, good night, good morning, and see you on the next episode.
Do not forget to watch the next
pod. Hey, juicy stuff, okay? All right. See you next time. Bye.